Life with a cat and life with a dog are not just different ways of living with a pet. They are essentially two philosophies, two worldviews, and two ways of understanding your place in the universe. A cat in the house is not a pet. This is a neighbor with the character of a boss who temporarily allowed you to stay with him. She's on her own and comes whenever she wants. A cat doesn't ask, she demands. She doesn't love you, she allows you to be near her. And she does it in a way that makes it seem like she's doing you an incredible favor. A dog, on the other hand, lives in a completely different reality where you are the center of the universe, the sun, the meaning of life, and her personal deity. She is ready to prove her gratitude every second, especially when she is hungry. Then she will be the most affectionate and gentle. A night with a cat is a survival quest where you are forcibly deprived of sleep. At any moment, something loud can crash onto the floor. At some point, you stop asking yourself, why is she running around the apartment at 3 a.m.? Because the answer is obvious. It's the nature of this nocturnal predator. Right now, the cat is full of energy, and you are weak and not in control of the situation. She might walk across your face, knock something important over, or suddenly start screaming into the void. And you lie there, resigned, like someone who has realized that resistance is pointless. And if you get up, you won't fall back asleep. Just pretend it's a nightmare and keep sleeping. Or better yet, lock her in another room before bed. A night with a dog, on the contrary, is an act of trust. She simply lies next to you. Sometimes she presses against you, sometimes she snores. But her whole presence says, everything is calm, go to sleep. And you actually do. Morning with a cat is not the start of the day, it's a report to management. You're not being woken up, you're being summoned. You wake up to an intense stare and a meow right in your face. You get up and instead of brushing your teeth or washing your face, you go straight to fill her bowl. Then it turns out she's not going to eat it. She doesn't want this food right now. She wants that chicken you gave her yesterday. It wasn't hunger. It was a test of power. A dog in the morning is just happy that you didn't die overnight and opened your eyes. Her joy doesn't depend on the time of day, your mood, or the state of the economy. She's happy to see you, even if you're broke. The only thing that matters is that you're together. A dog will give you time to wake up and will only start whining if you forget to feed her after the morning walk. When you work from home, the differences become even more obvious. A cat sees your laptop as a strange but clearly comfortable surface created specifically for her. She lies right on the keyboard, closes important tabs, and looks at you like, don't forget your priorities. If you try to move her, she comes back. Because now it's a matter of principle. A dog is your quiet coworker who doesn't interfere but is always nearby. She might bring you a toy, gently suggesting you play, but if you're busy, she accepts it without offense. She just lies next to you and stays there. And oddly enough, that presence is very comforting. They also have completely different communication styles. A cat lives by the principle, I want you do, and the logic behind her desires is impossible to understand. You can call her, she won't come. But the moment you focus on something else, she immediately appears and demands attention. And when you finally start petting her, she leaves. Because she must remain in control of the situation. A dog sees any attention as a gift because you always don't have time for she. You look at her wonderful. You say, good girl, best day of her life. You pet her, it's a celebration. She doesn't have a complicated system of expectations, just a simple joy of connection. Playtime explains a lot too. You can buy the most expensive toy for a cat, but she is more likely to choose a box from it. Or suddenly start sprinting around the apartment at the speed of light for no reason at all, just because she has energy to burn. A dog plays honestly. You throw a ball, she brings it back. You throw again, she brings it back again. And this continues for as long as you can handle it. For her, play is not about the object, but about interacting with you. Though, to be fair, whether she gives the ball back depends on the dog. Some like to tease and make you chase them. Bathing is a genre of its own. Trying to wash a cat is practically a ritual. Every owner has their own method, but the result is usually the same. Screams, scratches, and deep philosophical reflections about your life choices. With a dog, bathing is an act of trust if you've raised her properly since puppyhood. She may not enjoy it, but she tolerates it because you're there. Because you're in charge, and if you decided it's necessary, then it must be. Afterward, she's even happy as if you went through and test together and, of course, because it's finally over. When it comes to security, the difference is also telling. A cat will most likely just run away and hide if she sees a stranger. There are rare exceptions where cats show aggression, depending on breed and personality, but generally, in her worldview, everything that comes and goes is temporary and not worth her concern. A dog, on the other hand, sees the home as a territory she is responsible for. She checks, reacts to every sound. Even if the threat is just a food delivery person, it's still an event that requires attention. And now, honestly, why do we choose to get a cat or a dog? Everyone chooses what they lack. A cat teaches you that everyone has boundaries and how to respect them. She shows that love can be selective, measured, and not always convenient. That you are not the center of the universe, and that's okay. She teaches you to respect distance, and through that, you start to value yourself more in relationships with others. She is a wise teacher who embodies a life strategy many people lack. A dog teaches something different. She shows that you can be there for someone without expecting anything in return. That you can be happy without a reason. That loyalty is not an obligation, but a natural state. And that love can exist without conditions, calculations, or expectations. Both cats and dogs teach the most important thing. They teach us how to be human. Because, as they say, if a person loves animals, they are a good person. So, which do you love more, cats or dogs? And what's your love's name? Huge thanks to all of you for your support, for every like, comment, and subscription. I truly appreciate your activity and the energy you bring to this channel. It means a lot to me, and I'm really happy to welcome every new subscriber. Glad to have you here.